Hey guys, it's Hayden here making another video. Today I want to share with you guys my experience with feeling a little bit vulnerable recently in my life, and sort of my thoughts on that, and how I want to sort of deal with feeling that way about where I am. So let's get into it. So I've recently embarked into a relationship with someone, and it's super exciting. It's super fun. It's been really awesome so far, and I've really been enjoying it. But with all good things, there's always some things that can be worrisome or can be frightening in some ways. And things have been so good, and things have been pretty fun recently. But there's a part of me that's afraid that it's going to end, or it's going to something bad's going to happen, or something like that. When you feel like you're connecting with somebody intimately and things are going well, there's always that fear that it's all going to mess up and it's all just going to backfire and be terrible. And I just kind of wanted to talk about this because this is something that I think most people probably have experienced before. And I've been doing some reflecting on it, and thinking about sort of if this is a rational way to approach a relationship, or if it's something that maybe it isn't really helpful and should be approached in a different manner. So I think it's pretty normal to have this reaction when you have something good in your life, especially if you've had experience with other relationships that maybe didn't end well, or didn't turn out the way you wanted them to. There was always that fear that it's going to turn out the same way that it did before. And again, I think that's pretty normal to have those fears and emotions. But at the same time, I think it's important to acknowledge that fear is there and recognize the possibility of something not working out, and realizing that there is a risk involved with any relationship that any person embarks on. But the focus, which is more important, is to be present in the relationship and to enjoy the relationship and enjoy the connection that is there currently, to recognize the risk, but to go for it anyways and realize that it could all go to hell, or it could be great and be even better than what we could have possibly expected. It's not to set parameters or limitations on what could be because of what happened in the past. And so what I think I want to work on with myself is to notice the fears and notice the anxieties that start to come up, that aren't stemmed or based on any sort of reality, so to speak. It's based on my own fears and insecurities, and start to change the story, start to put those fears and anxieties into perspective. So if I start thinking about, like, what if this doesn't work out, and what if, I don't know, what if she doesn't like me anymore, or what if, like, it all blows up and there's a big argument of some sort or something like that. I don't know. I'm just making up random examples. These aren't based in any sort of reality. I would change the story to be like, okay, first of all, what would indicate that this is true? Is there anything out there to indicate that this is a true thought? Is it based on any sort of real concept or idea? And usually that answer, I mean, for me so far, that answer is no. There's nothing really to base that fear or that insecurity on. And if there is something to base that fear, insecurity on, and there is a reason why I'm feeling that way, then it's up to me to feel comfortable asking my partner to be like, hey, this is what I'm feeling right now because of this experience that we had. What's going on with that? Can we talk about it and figure out what maybe I misunderstood or something might be wrong? But that hasn't really happened yet. But I think I'm getting kind of sidetracked. But basically, there's always going to be fears, there's always going to be insecurities, but the main focus should be not on those fears and insecurities, but on what you're trying to create, what you're trying to grow, what you're trying to nourish. You're not in control of what other people do. And I think that sometimes we try to control other people or manipulate other people, or try to feel like we are always in communication with the other person all the time, have to know where they are. And that's just because of our own insecurities, our own fears of being vulnerable with another person, of being exposed, and with the possibility of being hurt by somebody else. And so I think it's important to be aware of the aspects of ourself that we have created for ourselves, and not because of any reality that is presenting itself to us, and to be able to work with those and not project onto the people we care about. And so vulnerability is very scary, basically, moral of the story. But just realize that you're not alone. You're not the first person to experience those fears and anxieties of being vulnerable. But just know that all you can control is you, and it's possible you'll get hurt, but it does take courage to live this life and to have connections that are deep and strong with other people. And just do the best you can, live it the fullest, give your heart out, and if it doesn't work out, then you'll learn some things and you'll have had a good time, and you won't regret anything that you didn't do while in the relationship. And a lot of this stuff is advice for myself as well. This is sort of like a self-therapy session here, sort of explaining what I've been working on, but also what I'd like to work on in the future, continuing forward. So I think that's all I have to say about vulnerability. Just for fun, I think I'm going to pull a few cards here from my Earth Warriors deck. I think it'll be nice to just kind of end it on a good note. Maybe get some advice from the spirit world. Let's go ahead and get the cards ready. Sorry, Oliver, I've got to use both hands, buddy. Sleepy kitty. He's gonna be alright. Alright, good boy, buddy. Good boy. Let go. His claw's stuck on my shirt. There we go. Good boy, buddy. Alright, so let's pull a couple cards. You stay. Here. There we go. That's more comfy for you. Little buddy. You good boy. I'm going to pull a couple cards here. Maybe give us some advice, some understanding about vulnerability, maybe, since that's the subject of this video. So I pulled one card here. Let's see what card it is. It is the Diamond Tiger of the Black Moon. Second chances bring success. So that is the card we drew. Let's take a look and see what that card means. This deck has very long descriptions, so I always read the description because it has a lot of information. The other decks I use are more intuitive readings. Hi, buddy. Did you want to be part of the reading too, little buddy? Alright, Diamond Tiger of the Black Moon. Second chances bring success. Your soul is on the diamond path of spiritual growth. You may feel pressured by life at times, but at a higher level, those challenges are helping you to realize your true strength of character. You have the personal will, strength, and physical power that you need for success, no matter what has happened in the past. You are developing the spirit, passion, and vitality to fight like a tigress, defending her cubs. Believe in yourself. There is great dignity and strength in your heart. So this connects exactly very well with vulnerability, because you have to be a warrior, you have to be strong, and being vulnerable is pretty stressful sometimes. And so you have to be able to move forward in your life and bring that power and that personal strength into the relationship, into your into your daily life, because you're going to have those fears, you're going to have those anxieties. And to be able to stay strong and be a warrior and not project our own problems on other people, you have to evaluate those for yourself and figure out if those make sense for the situation, or if those are manifestations that you are creating and causing more issues than is needed, because you are afraid of being exposed to being vulnerable. So that's a great card for vulnerability. Let's do a couple more. Let's split the deck here. See if I find a card that feels right. Let's do this card here. White Buffalo Woman. Hopeful heart. See her sign. Show you guys the card real quick. It's kind of hard to see on the screen. There we go. Good job. Camera zoomed in. 44. White Buffalo Woman. Let's check it out. And if you guys don't believe in card readings, or you think this is all phony stuff, that's totally fine. Just, listen to the messages, and if you feel like they're helpful for you in some way. All these quotes are, all these cards just have little insights. Think of them as like little insight cards, so you don't have to think of them as messages from spirit or anything. So White Buffalo Woman, hopeful heart, see her sign, have hope, for you are pure of heart. And White Buffalo Woman appears as the divine sign of rebirth and harmony. She is the way shower who lives as one with Great Spirit. She teaches and practices the will that will free. She teaches and practices that will free and empower us all. She heralds the birth of divine upon a new earth. You are held in her heart, and you will recognize her beautiful grace of spirit in your own. So there's an aspect of innocence and harmony and rebirth and pure of heart. So somebody who's really vulnerable is going to be very pure of heart, genuine, authentic, and who is willing to show the parts of them that are weak, and show the parts of them that are insecure in a healthy way. You're going to be supported by the White Buffalo Woman, or by love, greeted by love. Most people who show vulnerability in a genuine way are often met by compassion and love. If you look at Brene Brown's speech, when she admitted some things that she was afraid of and vulnerable to, she got a lot of respect and a lot of love from that. Because we love to see vulnerability in action. We love to see people putting their neck out there and risking it, and in a healthy way, but that's what we admire in other people. So I think that's it for now. I think those are good cards, and I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope that you maybe got something out of this. Vulnerability can be scary, but just know that you are strong enough. You have the courage you need to move forward. Just trust that you have that, and that you can move forward in your life, in your relationships, in a way that is healthy and productive. You will mess up sometimes, but just remember to keep on chugging along and live life to the fullest as much as you can. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you like this video. And as always guys, make sure to seek your truth and to take time for yourself. And I'll catch you in future videos. Bye for now guys.